What's up, people? Another rambling video from Doug. And here's how Doug works. As soon as these ideas just basically halfway coalesce, he doesn't think about these ideas and write them down. He's just got to go with the flow. He's tuned into the vibration of the universe. And we're talking about God and religion. And what inspired me at this second was I just picked up this book from out of the closet. It's called There Is No God, and He Is Always With You. And I think Buddhists or spiritual, at some point we all kind of get that. God, look, it's a paradox, guys. And if it wasn't a paradox, it wouldn't be any fun. Is there a God or isn't there a God? Yes. Do you die or you don't die? Yes. I'm sorry to listen to the arguments. There's people insisting that God is there, and no, there is no God, and you're crazy and you're stupid. God must sit back and laugh his ass off. And as I said before in posts and I think videos too, you can't have that discussion with someone without first coming to a common agreement about what that word means to you. What does God mean? That's not a pointless, semantic discussion. I mean, really, what are you talking about? If I say the universe is intelligent and loving, and that's God, then I'll debate anybody. Christopher Hitchens, you name it, set him up, Dawkins. But that's my definition of God. They might have a different idea of God. Cool, but we can't have a discussion unless we start by kind of establishing what we're talking about. So anyway, I want to just read the first paragraph, and this is the introduction to the book. It's called The Supreme Truth. The word God, I paraphrase, he's echoing, mirroring what I'm saying, but not quite the same. The word God means different things to different people. I wrote this book to explain what God means to me. A lot of people expect that as a Zen Buddhist monk and teacher, I must not believe in God. They've read that Buddhism is a godless religion, and some folks are frightened by this idea. But many, especially the people I meet in my capacity as a Buddhist teacher, are elated by it. They love the idea that they can have a religion without a God. God he's a trickster, and he's. I'm going to just introduce two scientific principles that pretty well established. These two things, in and of themselves, should put you on a sturdy path toward finding God. And you'll be shocked at just how close God is. Okay, number one, we know, basically, this is the best theory we have about things. That we evolved from stars. We evolved from stars. Those are your ancestors right up there. That all the atoms that are in you at this very moment can only be created inside the nuclear reaction, the furnace of a star. After the Big Bang, these hydrogen atoms basically coalesced and started the churning process. The star was born, and through that process of nuclear fusion, heavier and heavier elements are created until the point, your oxygen, nitrogen, iron, what else is there? There's a few others out there. Calcium. No, that's not an element. Sorry. What have you? You get what I'm saying. The atoms that make up you can only be created in a star. And then that star, guess what? Has to die and go supernova and just explode out to give life to new stars and new people and buildings and plants and you and dogs and cats. So we evolved from stars. Accept that. That's a powerful thing. And even like the atheist scientists like Neil deGrasse Tyson, I think, are turned on by that. I've heard him talk about that. That's intriguing, right? Now, before I get to the second principle, I'm going to say, understand the process of a supernova. Iron is created, then boom, a star is going to die. And then understand why these mythologies keep popping up of the God that comes down and manifests. Thor, Horus, Zeus, Jesus. There's a reason we tell stories, and yes, it's disguised truth. It's a myth. It's a metaphor. And here's the second concept that Einstein, a long time ago, proved to us. The actual nature of time is not what we perceive it to be. There is no absolute now. Your concept, perception of now is not mine. The time, in the deep reality that we can't perceive with our senses, but through, a thought experiment, thinking outside the box, we know time doesn't actually pass. So you come from stars, time doesn't actually pass, and that's why this world is reality is slippery. Your human body is simply a mask of hiding what you actually are. You are a star. How many times did you hear that in songs and poems? And so I'm not trying to sell you on anything. It's I think the universe loves you. You're safe. You're protected always. And wherever you're at in that journey of discovery, it's cool. You're safe. But for those atheists and people that feel disconnected and not loved, that we're a meaningless speck on a meaningless speck and an unconscious universe, I think you're really missing out on a joy and a connection to other people and to a vast universe. You're not an accident. All of the random circumstances that had to happen for you to sit there now and listen to this, hopefully it's happened. Or was it an accident? Again, paradox. I'm just telling you, be open. You're on an evolution, a spiritual evolution. We all are. And I think your destiny and all of our destiny is freedom, transcendence. And we see what happens. Anyway, hope that does something for you. Wish you well. Take care. Bye.